Going through hospital records is going to be more illegal, Emery figured. She let loose a hum that subtly indicated a severe lack of care. Mel worked for 2 hours. Teddy and Emery went to get her coffee and a snack. They went to Icy Imports to bullshit with Scott, and man, Scott did not like Teddy. The three fought with bamboo swords, and Emery got his tush whooped. Scott and Teddy went at it, and for what it was worth, they seemed to at least respect one another when their fight ended. But Teddy, the winner by a mile and a half, was a very dirty fighter. If Emery was more of a nerd, he might call it dishonorable. And my family changed what flavor of Christian they were depending on who my mom was seeing. Teddy told them as they all smoked a joint in what used to be a freezer of a food court's pizza place. Emery couldn't see any energies moving around in there aside from everyone's cell phones. It was still there, but so unfocused as to be another part of the air. And the walls were covered in posters, which was a little curious. One was for Raven's defunct goth band. I tried to set it up with my Spanish teacher. What? Emery scoffed in a throaty voice. God, yeah, Teddy smirked. It was dangerous seeming, cocky and charming. One of the guidance counselors in high school was too into her. He used to bother me once a week about it. Then I noticed I was getting a C in Spanish. I had to start caring about my grades, and I don't think my Spanish is that bad. You speak Spanish? Scott scoffed. He was far more focused on the picture of Raven on the wall, mainly that she clearly wasn't wearing a bra underneath her tank top. Yeah, I'm not terrible at it, Teddy nodded. Meanwhile, Scott appropriated half a dozen cultures, but bothered to learn about none of them with any gusto. My Spanish teacher starts bugging me and then threatens to call my mom. I tell him not to since I don't want another stepdad. He tells me to cut it out, and I tell him for real, the last stepdad I had, I hit with a rake. Emery grinned. Anyways, I tell him to take a shot since I need at least a B. Instead, he gives me an assignment to watch 2 movies, read a book, and write a paper on them. Not a bad deal, Scott figured, finally pulling his attention away from Raven's poster. He never even went to see Cult Mindset, even though most of the other employees had. He assumed his invitation was lost. Yeah, but I offered to set him up with my mom again because I knew it would piss off my guidance counselor, Teddy added, almost abashedly. Still got my B. After writing the papers, he even agreed to give me a recommendation of college. A rake? Emery giggled. Hey, Mr. Mirza, I'm not proud of it. Anymore? He countered with his hands up. My stepdad hit my brother. Miles hit me, and I thought I was going to stop the chain of abuse by turning into an Ouroboros. It's that bit from Tom and Jerry where the dog hits the cat hits the mouse, and the mouse hits the dog, Scott stated, for once referencing a cartoon that wasn't made in Japan. Yeah, but here's the thing with Tom and Jerry. Jerry's a mouse, right? Teddy went on. Two very stone nods answered that, like Emery would even know. Yeah, the little bastard always wins. What a vicious cycle, Emery noted. Hey, I never hit Miles, Teddy defended himself. I saved up for a Warhammer figure, a Chaos Terminator Lord. It was going to be the first of my army, my Night Lords. I spent hours painting it. The lightning bolts on the armor, the gauntlets stained in Sinner's red. I gave him a name, everything. Miles found it and put it in the fucking oven. Night Lords? Scott almost scoffed. Teddy turned to him with a sly, but not mean smirk. He melted as he lived, and midnight clad. That didn't merit a rake, Emery wondered. It did. It absolutely did. Many people should have hit Miles Reeves with a rake. Little ones always wins, Teddy repeated charmingly. My stepdad is in prison, Miles is in a cult, and I'm dead.